Holy and thank you. We hit 100K, boys. I'll be honest with you, I didn't know if we'd ever get here, but we hit 100K. I have always wanted that plaque, and thanks to you guys, I'm actually gonna get it. And it's kind of a cool moment to kind of stop and reminisce. It took 15 years. We've been doing this since 2010, before 2010 even, 2009 I think, so almost 16 years. And maybe not the most viral channel, maybe not the most flamboyant channel, maybe not the coolest channel, because we're all just douchebags that like to fish. I mean, that's what I am. But, you know, we've always kind of kept real to ourselves. I don't know, I've done stuff that I wanted to do, and I haven't really fluctuated too much to go and follow some trend and do this and that and that. And I've always tried to just be honest with you guys and direct and share with you the things that I'm learning and the things that I think are cool. And it's not always the best business decision from a YouTube standpoint, but it's the best personal decision for doing what you want, like what you want to do, and being true to yourself. So I'm kind of proud of that. I'm gonna be proud of that plaque too. But I want to thank you guys. Some of you guys are like recent subscribers. Some of you guys have been here since the tin boat days, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, because a lot of you guys don't know where this channel actually came from and how old it actually is. Some of you guys came in kind of mid-level. Some of you guys are just like showing up now. But thank you guys, like every single one of you that dropped a comment, that subscribed to the channel, that's thrown, either busted my balls or thrown me some love throughout and over the years. It's really, this is something that you don't do this because you like want to do it, or at least I didn't do it because I want to do it. Like, I like doing it, but it's always been a passion project. It came from something much deeper and a much more like essential place, and it's always been something I've absolutely loved to do. I could probably make a lot more money doing something else, sitting in an office, working in a cubicle, but there's something to be said for doing something that you're extremely passionate about, that you love doing, that puts a smile on your face. Being out here on the water is probably one of the only places where I am literally 100% happy. I'm not always happy about the situation I'm in, but I'm 100% content with life when I'm out here floating around, dude. Whether it's a tin boat, whether it's the old John boat, whether it's a kayak, whether it's the new Fireballs, this is my place. This is where I belong. And you guys have allowed me to do that. So I just want to say thank you. So, a little less kind of like sentimental kind of note. A lot of you guys don't know where this channel actually came from, and I think there's a lot of meaning built into that, so I kind of want to tell you a little story about it. We actually started doing these videos before YouTube even existed. It was actually called Google Videos. It's before Google bought YouTube. And my big goal is, you know, I kind of came up early 2000s doing some fishing as a kid and all that. And one of the biggest struggles that I had is you'd watch In Fisherman, you'd watch, you know, the Bassmasters, you watch the FLW, which is now MLF, and you watch all these tournaments, dude. And these guys would put out articles, they'd talk about things. And, you know, some of it was true. Some of it was, you know, like them trying to be honest and put things out there. But they would just lie to you, dude. Like, it was so much crap. It's kind of gotten that way now, too, to an extent, where there's so much just BS and just untruthful people kind of in the mix. But the fact is, I would say it was even worse. I'd rather have like a lot of information, a lot of people kind of throwing their foot into the mix, than have a very limited, very elite kind of sector of controlled kind of information flowing when it came to fishing. And that was one of my struggles when I was a kid. I'm like, I want to learn, I want to catch more fish, but a lot of the information that I was getting was just, it was false. It was fake news, dude. It was not real. It was not honest. So one of my goals with shooting the videos was actually, one, to keep a log, because I hated writing things down. I hated like keeping a written fishing log, and I'm like, dude, you know, now that we can use video, there's so much more information built into like video and like what you can see and things like that. And then the other thing is I just wanted, I wasn't that good, I still am not that good, but like I've learned a lot of stuff, and I'm like, you know, maybe if I put videos out and share the things that I'm learning, other people will share too, and we'll get a much more honest dialogue about how to catch fish, what are fish doing, how do fish behave, and we can also just share the thing that we love most, dude. If you're gonna go out here and grind for like 8, 10, 12 hours, every weekend, every other day, whenever you can get out, and you're gonna shoot video, you're 100% passionate about it. So like, if everybody kind of throws their 2 cents in, we can all kind of draw something out from all the information that we're putting in. And that was kind of the philosophy. And I've tried to like kind of stay true to that over the years, you know, by exploring new techniques, you know, doing some epic stuff too, catching 49 pounds. That was probably one of the biggest moments that I'll never forget. And we've done it on all different levels. One thing a lot of you guys don't know is this channel actually started when I was in college at UF, and I would drive a scooter down the road, and there was this lake you could access as a University of Florida student, and I'd put a battery at my feet, dude, a 12-volt battery. I would chain a hand-controlled trolling motor that you could like clamp down onto a john boat, and I put like 6 rods in the back, dude. And I'd go on my little 49cc scooter and go rent a boat, and I'd put a tripod in the back and run like a Sony Handycam, like old school. I even got stopped by the cops, dude. They thought I robbed somebody's garage, like they'd stop me on 441 going down. It was a trip. But that's how we actually started, renting boats, literally renting john boats, renting, I think they're called stump knocker boats up around Gainesville and that, and didn't even have our own boat. And then finally we actually bought a boat for 500 bucks, a john boat, a 1977 john boat, dude. Motor didn't run, it was a mess. We ended up putting a little 30 horse like pull start freaking Mercury on there, and I decked it out with like PVC piping and that, and we shot a bunch of great big fish videos in that boat, on Lake Russo, on Rodman. I was always that weird kid. I'd have a cooler, so the cooler was like the bench seat, and I made it into a live well, dude, and I'd fish derbies out of it. So there's dudes in like boats like I have now, like a 21 foot, 20 foot freaking fancy, super expensive boat, and I'm there on my tiller motor running up the river, dude, with like 5 fish in the well going, I got 'em, boy. It was fun, man. And then we bought the tracker. A lot of you guys probably came around when we got the tracker. We moved down towards Okeechobee, down in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and fished around like Lake Okeechobee, the Everglades, shot some absolutely epic videos, dude, when the lake was just insane. Like you could catch them in a rim ditch, you could catch them out in the lake. The Super Newt video, you're like buzzing that thing, the fish misses it, dude. I pitch it back real quick, catch like a freaking 7-pounder. It was ridiculous, dude. And we were always kind of dirty and grassroots, and that's I'm a little fancier now, I guess, but that's always something that I wanted to kind of stay with, dude. You got to kind of stay humble, go make some money, grow, do what you're doing, but you always got to kind of stay true to that dirty kind of hood self that you are, at least that I am, you know? And I always tried to do that. The old tracker would have holes in the front deck, dude. I used that boat to the very extent that it could be used. And then we finally got a bass boat. We got a little Triton, a 2003 Triton, dude, with a little 200. That was like a cool ass boat. I like that one. And then we actually won a boat. Once again, something absolutely thanks to you guys, dude. We won a Triton 189 in the uploaded contest back, it's almost like 10 years ago now, 8 years ago. And that was the first like real like fancy boat that we ever got in, and we actually won it. And now here we are, dude. I finally was able to afford my first boat a couple years back, but it has come a long way, dude. And it all just goes back to that original mission of I wanted more honest, direct content. I wanted to learn, and I felt the only way to kind of learn and get people to sort of put out more honest information was to be that example myself. And that's kind of a philosophy I have in everything that I do. If you want something to change, if you want something to be different, quit freaking complaining about it and do something about it. Like, it might not work, you might not be successful at it. Like, I've failed in a lot of things. You know, I made a lot of mistakes in how I approach YouTube. I probably could have made a lot more money doing a lot of different things. But if you're not actually willing to take the action that you want to see, like the change, you don't want to embody that, then quit freaking complaining. Because nothing's easy, nothing's fast, it's a process. And you always want to be passionate about it too. If you don't love what you're trying to change, what you're thinking about, what you're approaching, then you got no business doing it, dude. And that's always something we've tried to stay true to. And that's something I'm really proud of. You know, I've stayed true to that on the channel. You guys have supported that, you know, just at the grassroots level. And that's important to me, and that's something that I want to keep going. Whether we're in a fancy boat, whether we're in a tin boat, whether we're fishing from the bank, whether we got 100,000 subscribers or we got like 10 subscribers. That's just the reality that I want to live in and continue on. It's not the most money-making reality, but that's the best way to approach it in my head. But this video is real simple. I wanted to reflect a little, get a little sentimental, but for the most part, I wanted to celebrate, because sometimes you got to take pause and be like, you know what, I did a lot of hard work and made this stuff happen, you know? And you also have to thank the people that helped you around you, and that's you guys, dude. If it weren't for you guys, like, looking at the channel and going, hey, I can relate to him, you know? Like, I like to fish. Like, I got a dirty tracker boat with holes in the deck too, you know? If it weren't for you guys kind of supporting that and supporting that philosophy, that sort of, you know, just hood rat, get out there and catch some fish anyway, anyhow, learn whatever you can and just enjoy every minute of it. If it weren't for you guys, none of this boat wouldn't happen, this channel wouldn't hit 100K, and none of you wouldn't even see me on YouTube now. Like it's literally thanks to you guys. Like that's 100% honest, and it means a lot to me for you guys to support the channel like that, and just support me, because it's beyond the channel. You guys are like behind the concept, right? You're behind kind of my philosophy of, you know, embody the change that you want to see, and that's what I try to do every time I'm shooting a video or, you know, throwing something up on social media or whatever. But thank you guys. It's as simple as that. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I will show you the plaque once I get it, because there's one trophy I've always wanted. I don't care about tournament trophies and all that shenanigans. I want that freaking 100K plaque, dude. I've always wanted that thing, because it goes to show that some random dude who really believes in something, loves something, can actually do something, make a change, and be successful at it. Because I'm not the best at fishing. I'm not the best at social media. I'm not the best at like video production. Not the best at any of that stuff. But in the end, like I've worked really hard. I've put some stuff together. I've done it honestly and done it in a way that I think is meaningful. And I've tried to embody the change that I want to see. And it just goes to show that anybody can do it, because there's a lot of guys that are so much smarter than me and so much better at this game than me. So thank you guys. If you have not, throw an extra sub on there. Let's cushion this 100K. Drop a sub on there, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. I got a bunch of killer videos coming to you from Florida, kind of where it all started. And it's gonna be a fun ride, dude. It's all, I don't know, it's all frosting from here, right? Thank you, boys. It really means a lot to me, though. Later.